Welcome to the Black Express Company, where healthy relationships, family bonds, and self-care intersect.
Our products embody the essence of Black: authority, elegance, intelligence, and luxury. Each product name reflects a meaningful concept, symbolizing the values essential for healthy and lasting connections.
Join us on the journey of love, connection, and transformation. Embrace the power of family bonds and self-care with the Black Express Company.
Visit us at www.theblackexpressco.com.
Your expressway to luxury.
What's up, fam? I'm Farland.
And I'm Tiffany, and this is the For Real Fam podcast, where we keep it real about our lives as entrepreneurs,
Real about raising our blended family.
and real about the ups and downs of marriage and relationships.
Oh, so you gonna keep it real?
Oh, that's all I do, baby.
Okay, well, let's do it then.
What's up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the For Real Fam podcast.
Woo!
Yeah, where we discuss our journey on family, marriage, and entrepreneurship.
First, we want to just thank everybody for tuning in to our podcast. We truly appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at The For Real Fam, and wherever you listen to your podcast at The For Real Fam podcast. And be sure to follow our family business at The Black Express Co. And hey, if you want to, support us for free, leave us a review.
Please
and make
do.
sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, yes. And if you want to give advice or receive advice or simply want to say hello or give us some positive energy, y'all can email us at askforrealfam@gmail.com. Again, if you just want to send some love our way, y'all email us at askforrealfam@gmail.com. I know I always kind of fumble my words when I'm giving this email, but y'all, it's askforrealfam@gmail.com. Of course, you're going to see it across the screen, so y'all send us an email. All right. In today's episode, y'all, we're going to discuss marriage goals or not. And that's just embracing the realities of marriage. Everybody's marriage is not perfect. So we don't want to seem like our marriage is so perfect, because we're not. At the same time, we have a good marriage because we're trying, but we don't want to be known as marriage goals because everybody's marriage is different.
Right.
So y'all stay tuned for this episode. Make sure you're relaxing, got your nice drink if you drink, or just chill and relax, and y'all stay tuned for this episode.
Welcome to the Black Express Company, where healthy relationships, family bonds, and self-care intersect.
Our products embody the essence of Black: authority, elegance, intelligence, and luxury. Each product name reflects a meaningful concept, symbolizing the values essential for healthy and lasting connections.
Join us on the journey of love, connection, and transformation. Embrace the power of family bonds and self-care with the Black Express Company.
Visit us at www.theblackexpressco.com.
Your expressway to luxury.
So today's episode is about marriage goals or not. Embracing the realities of marriage.
Right.
So like I was saying, like marriage is not perfect. Everybody's marriage is different. I love being married. It definitely has came with some eye-opening things, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But marriage is hard as hell. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is. And everybody's marriage is different.
yeah,
Like, there's no two marriages that are the same. They might go through similar experiences, but
yeah,
no two marriages are the same. So it's like you can't say, okay, do this, or getting marriage advice from other married couples. Yeah, it's cool, but it's like, okay, that doesn't work for my situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely, I wouldn't change it for the world, because I feel like in a marriage you also learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's one takeaway from, not only is it you growing with a person, but you're also learning things about yourself, and you're not the same person that you like I'm not married to the same person that I married almost how many years we've been
Oh,
married?
you forgot?
Like
You
13,
tell me.
12.
Going
I
on
feel like
13.
it's been so long.
We're going on 13 years
We're going
of
on
marriage.
13 already?
Yeah.
No, that's right.
I don't know.
No,
Is it?
it's 12. We got married in 2012.
Oh, we're going
Wait,
on.
I think 10, 13, 12. We got married in 2012, so it's going on 12 years.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We've been together
For 14
years.
That's right. That's right. Y'all, listen. When you married for a long time like this, sometimes, you might get a little, but again, we're not perfect. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And we're not trying to seem like we perfect.
Right.
And looking at social media and looking at celebrities, you might think like, oh, they got the perfect marriage. And, you might comment, oh, relationship goals or whatever. But I can only imagine looking at these marriages and looking and seeing how perfect it look on the outside, but the inside, I can only imagine some of the arguments and some of the issues that they're having within their marriage. Because a lot of times when you hear like somebody getting divorced, you kind of be surprised, like oh my
what?
gosh,
Yeah,
like I just seen them, I just commented under their post like relationship goals,
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to kind of get caught up in that, but again, we're not perfect, and I hope that you would just, if you are in a relationship and you plan to get married, man, live your life and appreciate your marriage and accept your marriage for what it is for you and not for nobody else.
Right.
Because it's only you and your partner, and that's the only thing that matters. You, your partner, and your family if you have a family, but keep that between y'all, and don't think you have to portray that, that y'all perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's what I was actually gonna say, because social media is it can be telling, and it can be a facade.
Yeah.
Because people may look at our social media or our Instagram or Facebook or whatever. They look at it and they're like, oh, okay, like they just look so happy. They look so. And honestly, it's because we genuinely are happy.
Yeah.
Like I ain't, we ain't at each other neck like that. Like we're genuinely happy.
Yeah.
Do we got issues? Heck yeah, but that ain't none of y'all business.
Yeah, and we
don't go to social media
exactly.
like my husband. Like that's none of y'all business. We keep our business to ourselves. So it's kind of like when I hear people say like, oh, in general about certain like people or whatever, they're like, oh, well, on social media they must be faking because they look like they look like they all put together. No, we're genuinely happy, but we're human and we go through stuff, but that ain't none of y'all business.
Yeah, and it's not none of y'all
and
business.
Who wants to share negative stuff?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, we go through stuff, but we also work through those things, you know. And that's what it's all about in marriage, And the thing is with social media, it get kind of dangerous because you got people looking at couples and they try and create their relationship to kind of mimic other people's relationship. And you can't do that. You kind of not allowing yourself to be in the moment, and be in the presence of your significant other and accepting each other for who y'all are and accepting the fact that, okay, I married you because of this, not because of this, because, we can, we want to be relationship goals. No. Stop looking at other people's marriage and try and compare y'all marriage and just be y'all, and be in love with each other and
create your
own experience.
Yeah.
Like this is an experience. Create your own experience, embrace your experience, and just accept it for what it is. You know, and it's ups and downs to a marriage. Sometimes y'all gonna be good, and sometimes you ain't, and that's just being real.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might not want to be bothered. Sometimes my wife might not want to be bothered with me, or I might get on her nerves, and that's okay. I'm gonna go in the other room, but most of the time it don't be like that. She always want me up under her. She always want me around,
Yeah.
Yep,
that's how it is. Yeah.
But like I say, it is what it is, though. Being
because
with
we're human. Like
we're human and we're around each other 24 hours. 365. Like we're together all the time. You
And I
know,
love it.
and I love it too, but at the same time we do need time apart too.
Right.
So sometimes I have to be away from my wife, and sometimes she might have to be away from me. You know, but at the same time we communicate all the time, and I think that's the biggest thing of it. It's just communication.
Right.
Like, hey, baby, I might not. Hey, baby, I don't feel like being bothered right now. Or hey, I'm gonna run up the street, or I'm gonna go hang out with such and such, or I'm gonna do this.
Right.
You know, I'm being honest and I'm communicating with my wife, like, hey, this is what it is, and she does the same with me.
Right.
You know, so you know, like I say, embrace your relationship and accept it for what it is. You know.
Right. Because I mean, I don't want to be anyone's goals. Like I don't even want the pressure of having someone like looking at me like I want to be a wife like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want the pressure of like feeling like I got to be a certain way because people want to be like us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like nah, cuz I'm going to tell you right now, like I know I be getting on his nerves.
Yeah, and I know I get on your nerves.
You know?
But oh well. I mean,
oh well. Like we in this together.
I ain't going nowhere.
And I ain't going nowhere either.
Yeah, so so it is what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
we deal with it the best way we know how. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we love each other, and we have our own way of figuring things out. Like, you know, we can like yesterday, we literally had like a whole hour. You know.
Yeah.
Just conversing and talking out things, and you know, I'm expressing to him like, no, this is how I am.
Yeah.
You know, you married me a long, long time ago. I wasn't like that, but this is the woman that I've grown into.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So, you know, learning each other and it's all a part of the process, and everybody got to go through that process. So no two marriages are going to be the same, and you're not supposed to want to be like the next because it's going to be a different experience.
Yeah. And being upfront with each other, like noticing that you've grown and noticing, you know, the things you may go through, but also being upfront and like saying, hey, man, I noticed this is how I'm feeling.
I just think that, like I was saying, you know, no two marriages are the same.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got to go through their own process, figure out that what works for them.
Yeah.
Because what works for us may not work for y'all.
Yeah.
You
but
know?
Be open with each other and let each other know, hey, this is what I got going on. This is how I'm feeling. And for the other person on the other side of that, accept that. Let them be able to come to you and say, hey, I'm feeling like this, and not try and take it personal or not try and make it your own situation. Cause I know we have arguments like that where I might come to my wife and say, hey, babe, I'm feeling like this, or she might come to me say, hey, babe, I'm feeling like this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to try and just let them, first of all, vent on how they feeling and accept how they feeling, and not try and switch it around and like, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. Accept it, you know. And again, that's something that we had to work on and still working on, you know. Again, because we're not perfect. So, but at the same time, the key word is we're working on it. We always continue. We always try and make sure we're growing with each other and making sure that we're accepting each other for who we are, and not trying to come off perfect, because marriage is a never-ending growing experience. We always continue. We always growing, and we always trying to continue to be open and communicate with each other.
Yeah, and I think and giving each other grace.
Yeah.
Giving each other a safe space to be able to have a conversation. You know, people ask me like, oh, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with that? The best way we know how, you know, and it's talking things through, because I can't assume, okay, yeah, he didn't take this like this, or he, you know, he's not feeling like that. I can't assume how he feels. The only way I'm going to truly know how something made him feel is if I talk to him and communicate with him and figure out, okay, where was the misstep? How can we fix this? You know, I had to learn, honestly, to not stay. And I know, and I'm sure a lot of people probably have to deal with that, not to stay in the moment. Like, it's kind of like, okay, we're having this issue. This is how you made me feel. Moving forward, like the moving forward piece, I felt like was a big thing that I was having an issue with, like, the moving forward part, because I'm just like, well, wait a minute, but hold on,
Yeah.
like, I'm still stuck in that moment, like, I got to get my point across, like, because I
Yeah.
know I'm making sense, so it was like, what has helped us is not sitting and dwelling on right, what's happening right then and there. It's okay, this has already happened.
Yeah.
I already feel like this. You already made me feel like this. I already, the situation has already happened.
Yeah.
So moving forward, how can we prevent it from happening again?
Yeah.
And so I think that piece of it, me, him being open enough to tell me, like, okay, so what we doing the next time this happens?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in tune to, like, okay, next time moving forward, I know this situation, I need not to do this, or I need to look at it in a different perspective, in a different light. So I think that piece of it, just not staying stuck in your situation and moving forward.
Yeah. And the thing with us, like, we're around each other a lot. Not only communication is so big in our relationship, but we have to communicate a lot because we're business partners.
Right.
And we also have a family, so we have to communicate a lot. That's the only way this marriage could honestly work.
Yeah.
Is by communicating, trusting each other, and making sure we got each other back, and a lot of times we have to rely on one another, because if I'm out working or got something going, or if I'm, not here, I have to trust that my wife can hold it down, and my wife has to trust that if she do need me, she can call me and say, hey, and I'm right there to help her, and vice versa. We're a team at the end of the day, so we have to be able to be here for one another at all times, and we don't want to be nobody marriage goals, man. Like,
because I hear people, like, I'm looking on Instagram and I hear people saying, like, oh yeah, in your marriage you're supposed to make sure you keep dating, and you're supposed to make sure this, and you make sure. Sometimes we ain't got time for all that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we busy, but for us, yeah, we may not go on dates all the time, but our common goal is the same.
Yeah.
We know, hey, we get into it.
Yeah.
That is how we thrive and love on each other. Like, if we're, working in our business and we're out, somewhere doing a speaking engagement or something like that, we know, like, hey, yeah, we may not have a date night tonight.
That is our date night.
That's our date night. Like, just us, like, being together. Like, when we going through our notes with the podcast, like, that's our time together.
Yeah.
Like, and I know some people might be like, girl, that is not a date. But it's not that it's a date. It's just, this is what works for us.
Yeah.
If that don't work for y'all, or, for your relationship or your marriage, maybe y'all aren't business partners. Maybe y'all don't see each other, all day long, and y'all need that. In our case, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just do what works. Like, this works for us. Like, when we sitting both in the bed, we got our laptops, like, that works for us.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a season for certain situations. Right now, we're in the season of grinding, and it's different season of stuff. In the beginning, we was in the season of dating, and we was doing a lot of things all the time, and couldn't stay off each other.
Oh my gosh!
Hence the why she got pregnant so early.
Well, he just gonna keep on.
And then, we was in the dating season, and we was in the season of making sure our family straight and taking care of our family. And now we in the season again of breaking generational curses and making sure we grinding and stuff like that. So yeah, we would date here and there, and we have our own way of dating, but when it's time to date, we'll date, and we just understand our situation, and we communicate and be honest with each other. Show each other grace, because again, we're not perfect, and I want to continue on saying that, because we're not perfect, like, and I don't want to come off like we're perfect. I know when y'all see us on social media, y'all might see me bigging up my wife, and y'all might see me write this whole big caption about my wife, and I be dead serious. Like, I love my wife. She, like, just seeing her work and grind, that turns me on, and that does something to me, So to see her in certain situations, that just fuels my love for her more and more. So, and again, this is our marriage. We kind of make it our own. and we don't care how we look to others, because
Right.
at the end of the day, people gonna make their own assumption, and they gonna make their own little lie or
Narrative,
whatever narrative on our situation. But this is our situation, and I love my wife, and I love our marriage. I love what we got. I love what we creating. So
Right.
and it's only the beginning, after grinding season and in between here and there. Trust me, we date, we go out, we hang out, we spend time with each other and do what we need to do, in the right times, But hey, this is our marriage, So yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I think it's so funny. Like I've heard people like even like around the time when we got married, long time ago. People would be like, oh, like when you married, like it's get it in, like because when you marry, you can just be all over each other all the time, and it's like it's not really like that because first of all, listen, like you said, it's a season. This season is grind mode. Like we got all the time in the world for that. Like you said, he ain't going nowhere, and I ain't going nowhere either. And
sometimes you gotta find time whenever you can.
Or that too. Because at the end of the day, we grown.
And we got kids. Yeah, we got stuff going on.
They say, what, get it in when you can? Get it in, fit it. What is it? Fit it.
Get in where you fit in?
Yeah. Or get it in.
Yeah, whenever you can. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the thing is,
that's not even, people look at that as like a high up.
Yeah, that's
on the marriage list of things to do.
Yeah, some people even divorce if it don't go down.
Yeah, and it's like
some people get divorced because they ain't having sex 7 times or 20 times a week.
Like really?
Right. I ain't gonna lie, and this is my personal opinion. If you having sex that much, then you ain't got nothing going on in life. If you got so much time to just focus on that, you ain't got nothing going on in life. Yeah. Or you not like you should be thinking about personal growth and stuff like that. Thinking about like doing something else with yourself, elevating. It's other things that you can do.
And I would say if they doing it that much, want to get like kind of
played out.
We doing 3 and 4, 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Like
it's different ways you can be intimate.
Without being sexual.
It's different ways you can be intimate. But again, this is our marriage.
Right.
Create your own marriage. I feel like when people say marriage goals, that's such an unrealistic term because
what are the expectations?
Somebody's marriage shouldn't be your expectation. Somebody's marriage shouldn't be your goals. Your goal should be creating the best marriage for you.
Yeah.
And your partner. That should be the goal. Your own marriage should be marriage goals. Not nobody else's marriage.
And I honestly I love married people, happy married people.
Me too.
I love when we're in a space with another married couple.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just, and I feel like only a married couple would understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say a marriage couple,
a
long-term relationship because it's a.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's some married people that ain't.
It's exactly. It's some married people who like to showcase like they perfect, but it's a lot of. I love relationships where you can tell that it's a genuine love for each other, and it's not you're not putting on or whatever. And because you know what you know what I mean. When you're around other marriage couples, you could tell who have problems in their marriage, right? Because when you're around them, they start comparing your marriage right then and there. Oh, why you can't do that what he do? Look at Farley. Look how Farley doing this. Baby, look how Tiffany doing that for Farley. They start comparing and making it awkward.
Yeah, because then it'd be like, I go to nudging.
Yeah, they about to argue. That make us feel uncomfortable because it's bro, listen, this is our marriage. This is how we doing things.
Right.
We're not looking at y'all comparing our marriage because we don't care what y'all doing.
Right.
I'm not trying to be like you. Like,
Right.
hey,
It's
if
not
that's
gonna
what you
take-
do for your marriage,
Right.
hey,
It's not
cool.
going to take for me to look at another husband and see what he's doing for his wife for me
Yeah,
to
that's
then
low
in that
key.
moment be like, you don't do that for me.
Yeah, that's
Because
low
if
key
I
kind of cringy.
expected things out of my husband, if I wanted certain things, that's gonna be a conversation. He already know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a conversation we had already had, and because we know each other, he knows what I like.
Yeah.
He knows what makes me happy. He knows those things already.
Yeah.
So another husband can't tell me,
Yeah, I can only imagine when they go home, like those type of arguments. Man, don't be embarrassing me in front of them. It's like,
Ooh, child.
like I just feel like it's important to always be you in a relationship, and because when I married you, Like, I ain't married you because of the thought of marriage, and a lot of people do get married with each other because they have the thought or they have the vision of what a marriage is supposed to look like. But I feel like it's important to be you, be true to yourself, and just always trust that y'all got each other back, and that you in this marriage, that person is in this marriage for the same thing.
Right.
Because when situations come about, you're gonna have to know how to deal with those situations. We had a lot of situations that we had to overcome, to the point that we had to get marriage counseling. And I advise anybody, if you having a situation where you can't figure it out in your marriage, go ahead and reach out to a marriage counselor so they can help you navigate through that. There's nothing wrong with getting help in the marriage, especially if y'all really love each other and want it to work. Like, we truly want our marriage to work. So yes, we not agreeing and we can't come to a common ground. Let's reach out to a marriage counselor to help us out.
Right.
And that's
a sign
okay.
Of that's a sign of you wanting it to work and you wanting your marriage to last. If you're so against, like, I ain't going to. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't
Some
going to
people
marriage.
don't
I
want-
don't need to go to marriage counseling.
Some
Ain't
people
nothing
don't
wrong
go-
with me.
Yeah.
Well, it may not be nothing wrong with you, but it's something wrong with me, and we need to go because we can't figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's you have to take the other person, consideration, like, for the other person, because it's like you're not in a marriage by yourself.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep. And I felt like I remember when we had a situation where, and this when we reached out to a marriage counselor, you felt the way about something. I can't really remember a lot of things. Oh, you had a problem about how I say stuff. Like, I'm a very direct person, so sometimes I might say something that might come off like rude. That can come off rude, But me not noticing that I'm doing that, of course I'm like, baby, I ain't mean it like that. But at the same time, I'm married to her. So if she feeling the way, I have to acknowledge that, right? But also, if I'm feeling the way, I felt like I didn't have to change how I said things because I'm coming in love. I love you. So if I say something, I'm just saying it because I love you, and I felt like I shouldn't have to change the way I say things because you should accept how I'm coming because I love you. I'm just saying it because you need to hear this. But again, going through marriage counseling, I found out it's not that I'm saying it, it's the way to say it, And the marriage counselor, he pointed out, you remember the things he said?
Oh, I do kind of. He was saying, like, is it, like, when you think about, before you get ready to say something, is it true, is it kind, and is it necessary?
And that was a big one for us because now we actually use that in situations now. When we in situations where I might say something or I feel like I need to say something, you have to go back. Hey, is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it true? And you have to go through those three things and then you proceed, But if it's not any one of those things, sometimes you got to tuck that in your back pocket.
It can be left unsaid.
It can be left unsaid, or left for a later conversation, when it's because it's a time for everything. Yeah. It's a time for everything. So maybe I don't need to say this right now, but maybe later when we land in the bed, I'll just kind of say it then, type stuff. So.
I think that's good that you said, like, it's a time and a place, because it could be, you don't know the day, they could have had, like, a horrible day at work, right? And just say the wife had a horrible day at work. She comes home and the husband just boom off the bat, hey, you, you know, and it's like she's looking like, again, it may be true, it may be, well, maybe not kind, but was it necessary at that very moment? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's consideration. You know, like, you know, how's your day? You know, let's relax. Wait it
Yeah.
out. And I'm just speaking from a woman too, and I think men can attest to that too. A man don't want to come in the house from work, and it's just like you didn't.
Yeah.
It's like, well, dang,
Yeah.
you know. So I just think, you know, like he said, time and place. Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary?
Necessary.
And if it don't fall in those categories, then do we really need to have the conversation? Does
Exactly.
it really need to be said right then? You know. So
Yep. And just know, like, again, marriage is not easy. So certain situations like that, you have to keep lessons like that in the back of your head
that was a while
always.
ago,
And that was a while ago, but we use that same lesson to this very day. So you in certain situations, you have to think about those things, and you have to find those lessons out. Again, if you need help, reach out to a marriage counselor so you can get those tools, so you can pull them out your tool bag whenever a certain situation come up. You know, so you can always fix the problem. You know, you don't want to keep having the same issues over and over and over, because if you having the same issues over and over and over, that means you ain't trying to fix the problem, or somewhere it's a disconnect. You know, somewhere this person not really understanding why you doing this, or this person don't respect you to fix the problem, or y'all just kind of putting a band-aid over the situation, and then it keep coming over, you know. But again, reach out to a marriage counselor if you need help with that, you know, and make your own situation your own situation. Stop looking at these marriage goals and talking about marriage goals this, marriage goals that. Stop thinking every marriage is perfect, and create your own perfect marriage. Like, be perfectly what I, be perfectly imperfect. Oh yeah, be perfectly be perfectly imperfect, you know, and that's okay. Love yourself, love each other, and love what y'all create together.
Right.
You know, so
yeah, and just to piggyback off of what he said, you know, with the marriage counselor thing, like you might go to marriage counseling, like, you know, premarital counseling, like say before you get married, and say, you know, you haven't went again. Sometimes it doesn't have to be an issue to go to marriage counseling either.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
that's
you don't have to wait till it's like y'all at each other's neck.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I need to marry, because I ain't gonna lie. We've got in situations where I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah. You gotta
help
send that
me.
text.
You know? But then I'm like, you know what? You know, maybe this isn't the time we need to be going to marriage counselor, because then we ain't even gonna let the marriage counselor get what he got to get out, because we're gonna be at each other's neck. So it's like, you know, we just need to talk it out, you know, not even talk it out, but kind of look within too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can, I don't know if y'all do, but I have car talks where you got to just sit in the car. You know, I don't know. I heard a lot of ladies do it. You pull
a lot
up
of fellas
from work
do
or
it
whatever,
too.
and you just
sit
sit
in the car. Yeah.
And you just
try and figure, yeah.
Because I have to sit in the car like, okay, he don't piss me off.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go in this house. I'm gonna just go straight to the room. Ain't even gonna say nothing.
And some fellas, and some people, some marriage couples, they don't even want to go in the house.
Yep.
And when it get that bad, where you don't want to go to the house, and go home to where the place that you supposed to feel secure, when you don't want to go, that's kind of bad, you know, because you want to be able to go home and feel safe. Like, you don't want to go home and be at war. Like, who wants to be under that stress? Like,
I remember that time when you just needed to go for a drive.
Yeah, and I rolled out.
And listen, I was hot. I was hot, y'all, because even though, you know, I'm standing like okay, fine, like you can go. You know, go take your drive, go cool off.
And we share locations, so she
like
just
because I'm like, I love to be near him, even when I know I don't made him mad or he made me mad, like just to like have him here, like
that's real love too, though.
You know, like when he left, like I didn't want, like, I look at a lot of movies, y'all know. I ain't want him to leave, and then something happened to him, and then I'm like, oh my God,
See, looking at TV, looking at TV and comparing our situation. See,
No, but
see how
no,
that
not
goes?
comparing our situation, but I'm just saying in general, like
Oh, okay.
when people
Okay.
leave in the heat of the moment, you know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
okay,
Like they get caught,
gotcha.
like
Oh,
something
yeah,
can
yeah,
happen,
yeah,
and I wouldn't be able to live with myself
Yeah.
knowing that I was the cause of you leaving.
Yeah, that's a
You
good.
know?
Yeah, that's actually
So
good.
it's like
yeah.
I don't want that. So now it's like, you know, we have another room. You can go in the other room, but
Yeah.
I don't want you to leave.
Yeah, but you know another misconception. Well, I wouldn't say another misconception, but another a misconception is that some people don't want to go to sleep mad. You know, but I kind of feel like you can go to sleep mad. You know, because sometimes you need that break. I know me sometimes. I be like, hold on, time out. Let's talk about this another time because I feel it's getting a little. We mad right now. We getting loud.
A little spirited.
We're a little spirited. Let's just take a break. We'll reach back around this conversation when it's when we calm. You know, I feel like that's okay. You know, so sometimes you might have to go to sleep mad. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and just respect that. Sometimes you gotta let that person leave, and you got to let that person get their mind right. You know, because now in between trying to communicate and deal with what's going on in the world, give that person grace. Give that person time to think it through because I might not know what I did to you the way you said I did it, but now give me a chance to process it. Give me a chance to kind of find within what I need to bring to you to be able to talk this situation out the best we can. So let that time pass by, but don't let time go by too long. Don't let it be too long to where y'all communicating about it and letting this situation go, because you don't want no situation to keep lingering and all that.
Right.
And
the thing is too, who's to say that all your issues, every issue you have, gonna be solved in that one night?
Yeah,
it's not.
Facts.
Especially if something's been harboring on you, and it's just like everybody taking that opportunity to get it off their chest at that time. It's like it's gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? We're not gonna get all of this resolved tonight.
Yeah.
Let's just go to bed. Pray on it. Go to bed. Get you some sleep, hopefully. And then when you get up the next morning, you know what? Just with a clear mind. You don't got you some rest because y'all arguing. One, it's y'all tired. Go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Yep.
Just go to sleep. Because sometimes that sleep will help relieve a lot of the stress. Then you can wake up with a clear mind and, talk things through. You're in a better headspace. So I definitely agree with it's okay to go to sleep, Matt. You don't have to figure out all your problems before you go to sleep, or it's going to be the morning by the time you go to sleep. Then you're really going to be mad and stressed out because you're going to be tired.
Yeah. I just encourage anybody listening to this episode to define your own marriage. Stop looking at other people to define what a marriage is for you.
Yeah.
Enjoy your marriage. Enjoy each other. Make your marriage work for you and not for nobody else. Like, stop trying to be perfect and look perfect to the world, and be perfect for your partner. Like, be perfect for each other. Like, stop looking at these celebrities and stop looking at other people's marriages and comparing y'all marriage. Like, enjoy each other, embrace y'all marriage, and accept y'all marriage for what it is, and work it out, communicate, trust each other, and depend on one another, and create your own experience.
Right. And that's a good final thought. So only thing I would just add to that is just, I think one thing, maybe I'm not sure if we mentioned it, but keep your business to yourself.
Yeah.
I forgot to add that earlier, but because it ain't your mama business, your daddy business, your auntie, your sister, your brother. It's not their business. I don't care how much we family, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not their business what go on in my house.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I just forgot to add that in, but
that's good. I think for our own marriage, our goals, not your marriage goal, but our marriage goal is, well, I'm going to start off with me. My goal is just to be the best husband I can be the best father I can be, I always want to try my best. I always want to make sure that I'm communicating effectively with my wife. I want to make sure that I don't want to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's too hard to try and be perfect, but I always want to make sure I'm doing my best. I don't want to seem perfect, but I always want to damn near be perfect.
Right.
But at the same time, know that I'm gonna fall short here and there, and you gonna fall short here and there, and I have to accept that, but also continue to work on our marriage and continue to grow as a human being, and grow as a husband, and grow as a father, and grow as a friend, and all that good stuff. But grow, make sure I'm growing, with you and not away from you. So,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
That was good. My goal, I would say, is I was gonna definitely say continue to grow. I would say continue to grow individually for our marriage,
Mm.
because again, like I said, you are not. I am not the woman that you married
Mm.
almost 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I am not that person anymore. I'm not the 20 something year old woman that you married.
Yeah.
And I've evolved. I've, grown in different aspects of my life. So, in order for, our marriage to continue to thrive, I have to keep growing individually. I have to keep becoming a better woman, and making myself happy and being, a all around good woman, for myself, so that I can be that for you. Because if I'm not happy with myself,
Yeah,
how can I be?
somebody else?
How can I be the best wife? I mean, the best wife for you. You know what I mean? The best spouse for you. So I think growing individually, that's my biggest goal. And even being a mother, being a friend, I just want to grow to continue to be the best, so I can be it for you in our
I
marriage.
appreciate that. And again, y'all, again, create your own experience. Stop looking at these marriages, talking about marriage goals, okay? And again, we appreciate all the listeners listening to this episode. Please stay tuned for the next episode. And if you haven't listened to our other episodes, y'all can go back listen to all our episodes on all podcast platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. Go support our business, the Black Express Co., where we sell products that foster healthy relationships and family togetherness. We sell candles. We sell all products that will help you with your self-care routine, and just all our products signify things that represents family, like unity, faith, peace. So y'all go check that out. But again, if you don't want to, if you do, if you want to give advice, or if you want to receive advice, or if you want to just tell us what's up, please email us at askforreal@gmail.com, and we look forward to reading your email on the podcast and letting the world know the information that you're giving, or the information that you want to receive, or your shout out. All right, we need all the positive energy, okay? But we'll appreciate y'all listening to this episode, and we look forward to y'all listening to the next one. All right, y'all stay blessed. Baby, you got anything to say before we go?
Again, we just want to thank y'all so much for tuning in, just taking this journey with us. We truly appreciate it. We're gonna keep it coming. Y'all just stick it out with us.
All right. And we'll appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed, and we'll see y'all on the next one. All right, peace. That's it. Now it's time to go to bed.
I live.